Have you ever loved someone so much that when they leave, it feels like time stops? That's what happens to Ben Willis. His girlfriend breaks up with him, and suddenly, his world falls apart. He can't eat, he can't sleep, and no matter what he does, he just can't forget her. Ben is a young art student. He loves to draw, and he sees the world in a special way. But right now, all he sees is pain, because his girlfriend, Susie, has left him. She was his first love, and now she's gone. At first, Ben thinks he will be okay. But then, something strange happens. He can't sleep. No matter how tired he is, he just lies awake, thinking about her. The nights feel long, the days feel empty, and all he can do is remember the past. To distract himself, Ben decides to get a job. He starts working the night shift at a supermarket. If he can't sleep, he might as well make some money, right? The supermarket is not what Ben expected. It's full of strange and funny people. Let's meet them. First, we have Barry and Matt. These two love making trouble. They play pranks on everyone, including Ben. They think it's funny to mess with people, and they don't take their job seriously at all. Then, there's the boss, Jenkins. He takes his job way too seriously. He thinks running a supermarket is the most important job in the world, and he always acts like he's in charge. But then, there's her, Sharon. She's different from the others. She's quiet, kind, and doesn't try to be the center of attention. Something about her makes Ben feel calm. For the first time since Susie left, he feels something other than sadness. But here's where things get really interesting. Ben doesn't just work at the supermarket, he sees it in a special way. He believes he has a secret power. He thinks he can stop time. In his mind, he can freeze the world around him. The people stop moving. The clock stopped ticking. Even the lights stop flickering. And in those moments, Ben walks through the supermarket like he's in a dream. He sees things no one else does. He notices the way shadows fall, the way people's faces freeze in mid-expression, the way time itself seems to pause. But the most important thing he sees is beauty. And to capture that beauty, he draws it. In his mind, the world stops moving, but through his sketches, he makes it last forever. But why is Ben so obsessed with beauty? Why does he see the world like this? To understand that, we need to go back to his childhood. When Ben was young, he had a Swedish guest living in his house. She wasn't shy, she walked around freely. Little Ben didn't understand it at the time, but he was fascinated by how confident she was. And then, there was his friend, Sean. Sean was the kid who always had something secret to show, especially his dad's hidden magazines. What people call beauty. But unlike Sean, who thought it was just exciting, Ben saw something deeper. He saw it as art. That's why, even now, as an adult, he isn't just interested in beauty, he wants to capture it. To freeze moments in time, to make them last forever through his drawings. To make them last forever through his drawings. As time goes on, Ben and Sharon start getting closer. They enjoy working together, and Ben starts to feel happy again. But just when things seem perfect, something bad happens. One night, their boss throws a party. Ben goes, excited to spend time with Sharon outside of work. But just as things are going well, guess who shows up? Susie, his ex-girlfriend. She tells Ben she made a mistake. She says she misses him. She wants him back, and for a moment, Ben doesn't know what to do. But then, he realizes something. He doesn't miss her. He's not in love with her anymore. But just as he's about to tell Susie he's moved on, Sharon sees them together. And just like that, Sharon walks away. She's hurt, and Ben doesn't even know why. Ben feels terrible. He doesn't want Susie back, he wants Sharon. But now, it looks like he lost her too. And just when things seem like they can't get worse, his co-workers Barry and Matt play a really mean prank on him. They pretend to be an art gallery owner. They call Ben and say they love his drawings and want to meet him. Ben is so excited. He thinks his dream is coming true. But then, he finds out it was all a joke. It wasn't real. Ben is humiliated. He feels like giving up. But then, something crazy happens. A real art gallery owner actually sees his work. And guess what? They do love it. They invite him to showcase his art in an exhibition. Ben's artwork is displayed in a gallery. People love his drawings. But there's one person who matters more than anyone else, Sharon. She walks into the exhibition and looks at his paintings. And then, she sees something that changes everything, painting after painting of herself. Ben wasn't just drawing random people. He was drawing her. because to him, she was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. She was his inspiration, his muse, the one person he truly cared about. And in that moment, she understands. She realizes Ben wasn't still in love with Susie. He was in love with her all along. Ben no longer needs to freeze time. Because for the first time, life feels just right. And that, my friends, is how a sleepless artist found love in the middle of a supermarket. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. See you in the next one.